Regis students, instructor Brian here. So we added one more for the lab. The lab is not involved, but it builds an environment so it's longer because I'm having you see lots of ports. I'm having you see XML parsing, and then having you see real JSON examples if there was data and information in the ports. This is all usable code, okay? So it's in 3 sections. We're going to have to do the file open and warm up, meaning what's going to be looking at from our ports, and then we're going to do the port extraction, and then we're going to build our JSON file. So it is straightforward. It's reusable, so it gives you the tools that you need. These are very important methods, but this is ugly, right? So, you're at import OS, import the operating system, and, this sample mapping here, these get ugly, but you don't need to be afraid of them. So it is a very typical structure. You can use this to go find the structures. Again, if you're hitting like F12 on some websites, it'll pull up the code page, okay? And then it's going to take you through, okay, well, I was reading it. Oh, that's great. Well, I read it. All right, well, what does it look like? So the library that I'm using, it does seem to be deprecated, but it's an easy-to-use diffused XML. It's an easy-to-use library, and on when it does the root tagging and the mapping. And so what did this do? Okay, it's simple. It went through and it was getting the addresses and seeing if the ports are open. Okay, so that is the end and be all of what it's trying to do. A little simple snippet. All right, but now that you've done that, okay, well, you have to get the information. So you got to we got to set up an environment for you. Okay, I was thinking of setting it up to an actual, my YouTube page or something, but I wanted you to be able to, walk through this and then realize what's needed to actually do an extraction. And so this section here there has some safe. I provide you one safer level, but it's primarily saying, hey, what's on the IP address, and I want to go and extract it. I want to be able to open that port. And as I open each of the ports, I'm then going to append it to a file. Okay, I'm going to append it to the results. And so I now then have a dictionary, a list within a dictionary within a list of what my ports are. Okay, so this is why I wanted you to see this in the steps, because I know where I wanted to go. I know that I can now grab the ports. Okay, now what I can do in the final part of the lab is I can go and scan and add my data, okay, from the ports and go get what it has. This is like a form, again, of web scraping. All right, so we have encoding, UTF-8, it's standard with the open path. So the prior files were building the maps, and then this is the root code of how you then go and do the parse or do the web scrape or do the extraction, okay? And what I want you to see is down here on the bottom that as we're putting all this data into an XML file, all right, we see then, there's no like text in here because I didn't, add like a book or something like that. But it's showing you the version and the encoding and the map of where I was. And then here across one of the ports, you would basically finally see, okay, we extracted the host summaries, but right down here, you might see, Moby Dick. All right, if you were going to get a book or something like that, or you were going to take all the data on a web page. So that's why this stuff is cool. And then I went and I added it so you can see when typically what you do is then this final piece of code here is a simple way, it's decent, it works with very large files, of being able to go and put this into a JSON format. And so this is a very valuable piece of engineering down here on the bottom. And so I've worked on this over time, over the years. And I've had it be different sizes, but it's going to give you what you need if you got to go and start grabbing information. So the the expected or reflection is, did anything not make sense to you here? You know, it's finals week, you have things to do. This is a go-to file if you need to go and grab data from a website. And so you're ready to do that now. Go to production, you should have a mental map of it. So I'm really proud of you for being here. And I am giving the bonus prompt engineering file, but the code book here is all cleaned up. And Codebook 14 is just a very big bonus on how to do prompt engineering. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.